Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend to the end. Heidi-ho! Ha ha ha!
So we couldn't film inside the Halloween Horror Nights houses, so we figured we'll just give you a brief description and give you, we visited 7 out of the 10, so we'll just give you our top 7.
Yep.
So number 7, I think we said was Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yep.
Why?
I don't know, that was the first house we went into. I thought it would be more scary than it was, and then I was like kind of bored after a while. I was like, alright, is this over yet? Can we get out of here? I mean, it was okay, but I mean, the predictable, just the chainsaws, that's all.
Yeah, I agree with you. It wasn't scary. I mean, it matched the movies and all, but it wasn't scary
and
at all.
it wasn't, like, the house itself wasn't, like, decorated cool or anything like that.
Yeah, it matched the movie.
Yeah, so it's just, okay.
Number 6, The Bride of Frankenstein Lives. What did you think of this one?
It was okay. It was the last house we went into before we left. I don't even remember.
Well, it wasn't memorable because it was based on one of the original Universal Monster characters.
Right.
And again, the theming I think was good, but
yeah.
Scare factor was really low for me, so
Yeah.
I didn't
Right.
enjoy it as much. I mean, I'm glad I did it, but...
Yeah. And like, again, it's nothing memorable from it, so I don't, wasn't one of my favorites.
Moving on to number 5, Revenge of the Tooth Fairy. Which this is, I mean,
Yeah.
Universal makes up characters and
Right.
scenes and stuff for the Halloween Horror Nights. That's what we've learned. So I think this is one of them.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts?
I liked this house. I liked how it was decorated. It was like cool, and like then you just see them with the teeth trying to take everyone's teeth out. It was weird and scary, but I think it was pretty cool though. I thought it was cool.
It was cool. I think it's only this low because there's other houses we preferred over this.
Yeah.
For an original character, original set, it was enjoyable.
Yeah.
It wasn't I didn't find it as dark as many of the other houses.
Yeah. So you could see more. Yeah.
As you're walking, right?
Yeah. And it was just like, I don't know, the way the house was, it was decorated cool, so.
So at number 4 is Beetlejuice. And I think it ends up here because of the movie itself. I think the details from the movie showed up in this house. It's not scary,
no,
right?
it was more, and it was colorful, and it was cool, because it was like you're walking inside the movie, the different scenes, and I like that.
And you get to see Beetlejuice in all his different costumes and all the different scenes from the movie.
And it wasn't really scary, it was more tame. I mean, he would come out like you didn't know he was there, and like, whoa, there he is. But nothing really gory or scary. It was just
I don't think it was
more
supposed
fun,
to get
scary.
that reaction from you. Now we're on to the top 3. This one was tough for me. The house that I was really looking forward to, and keep in mind, I don't know why I was looking forward to this because we've never been to Halloween Horror Nights.
Right.
We know nothing about it until now. But it's the Halloween Horror Nights icons captured. So there were like 5 or 6 icons.
Yeah, I have some of these.
Yep, so it was like Chance, the storyteller, the director, the caretaker, Jack the Clown. And it's possible I may be forgetting one. I can't remember. But they're all in there. Different scenes from past Halloween Horror Nights that they've been part of. Right. And they're the icons.
Yep.
What did you think?
I liked it. It was really cool. I mean, I wasn't too scared, but they were scary looking characters.
Yes.
But they didn't really come out and scare you. They were just like there, doing their thing. So I liked it. I thought it was good. And visually it was good.
And you remember the throne at the end, right?
Yeah.
So what they do is they rotate who's going to be on the throne.
Right.
It's different icons.
Right, the icon of the year, I guess, or of Halloween Horror Nights this year.
So for us, we get to see Jack the Clown, which I thought was cool.
Yeah.
Because you get that little extra interaction with the characters as you're leaving.
Right.
This is one of my favorite houses. It is 3. I think it lived up to my expectations, and I had high expectations for this one.
Yep.
Right. Number 2 is The Haunting of Hill House. And we started watching the Netflix series because it's based on that Netflix series. We didn't get through it all.
No.
I don't think the house ruined it.
No.
I hope we can get through the series.
Right.
I got a little bored in the beginning, but it's like that with all series.
Right.
But what did you think of this house?
it was really visually stunning, like the house that you're in.
Yeah, well, you go. Remember, we went into the building.
Yeah.
And it was
outside.
Outside, you know, the Haunted Hills Hill House.
Yeah.
It's like you're outside going into it, so it had the lightning.
Yeah.
Visually, it pretty much felt like I was in the series itself.
Right. And then this one was kind of scary because it had a couple of hallways that were pitch dark and you couldn't see. So
the only way you could see is when there was lightning.
Yeah, when there was lightning, and everyone was running through that one and grabbing each other because they couldn't see. And if you weren't right behind the other person, you didn't know where you were. So that I didn't like because
But it added to the.
It added to it, but once you got through that, it was good.
Now, was this also the house that had a wooden floor that moved?
I think it was.
I think this house had that,
and
that caught me
because
I could tell it moved, and I'm walking through, and I almost got to the end to the where it changed.
Yeah.
And it just gave out to me, so I thought I was gonna fall. Like I just didn't expect it, which is it got me. This is one of the houses that did get me, and I don't think it spoiled. From what I remember, I don't think it spoiled the series. It almost made me want to watch it more.
Yeah, because we don't know everything that happened, but you see the different ones like, oh.
And this is one of the longest waits. I think we waited close to an hour for this one.
Yeah.
Well worth it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Number 1 was Wicked Growth. And this is a character just created for Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah.
And it's what? You call it Pumpkinhead, right?
Yeah, Pumpkinhead, because it was all pumpkins.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be about like being inside of a pumpkin because you get to see pumpkin guts.
Yeah, it was like all hanging down, the guts and the seeds and everything.
And if I remember correctly, when you were walking through the house, you had they had some of that hanging down that you kind of had to either let it hit you, like going through the doorways.
Yeah.
And if you remember the pictures before that I showed in this video. The outside of the building was awesome, right? You had all the jack-o'-lanterns.
And it was like glowing and stuff. And like towers of pumpkins, like a archway you went through of pumpkins to go through to get into the house.
Definitely the most visually, I think it's the visually best
right.
haunted house that we went through.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what did you think of the scare factor on this one?
It wasn't too bad, but this is the one that got me at the last scene. Like when you get outside, you see the door. You can see the outside. The security guy stand there. I'm like, oh.
But before you said, and you think it's over because you see the big jack-o'-lantern, the guy, the pumpkin head guy, standing out, just going, right over to you. So you see that, and you get through that, and you're like, I made it through.
It's done.
Because it's like that through all the houses.
Right. So I go, I can see the security guy, and we go out the door, and at the outside of the door is the big pumpkin guy with his long, I don't know, what was it, a stick hand, and he went like this, and it scared the crap because I didn't think you
thought it was over.
It was over. So that one, I scared and peed myself a little bit, but other than that.
But it was a fun house.
It was a fun house.
That one there's a lot of them I would have liked to have done again.
Mm-hmm.
This one definitely. Mm-hmm. This is our first time going to Halloween Horror Nights. I know you were a little scared, a little worried that you were going to be scared going in.
Yeah.
But what did you think?
I really enjoyed it. I loved the houses; those were fun. Also, the scare zones outside of the houses were fun. You could walk around the streets, and there were scare zones, and they were scaring you, and those were fun. Different foods to try. I mean, you really didn't. You could go to Halloween Horror Nights and not go in the houses and still have a good time, just with walking around the scare zones and stuff like that.
In the Halloween,
and the music.
Remember the Halloween Nightmare Fuel show?
Yes.
I mean, it risque. We couldn't film it.
Right.
Like many things at Universal, can't film it.
Right.
But that was a fun, surprisingly a fun show.
Yeah.
You wouldn't find that at Disney.
No, because it was the girls were in like leather shorts and bras and stuff and doing crazy acrobatics and stretch moves and all this stuff. Yeah. But it was cool, and they go out the fire, swinging the fire around, and magic, and it was just
the music
crazy.
was cool. I mean,
the music was good, and it was just like everybody. I mean, that place was packed. The whole theater was packed, and it is dead quiet because everyone is into this,
But when they were doing
awesome.
but the thing, it got rowdy.
When they're doing stuff, everyone would be cheering because it was.
I would have thought I was at a concert. It was that good.
It was that good. It was really good.
And the houses weren't as bad. They weren't too scary.
No.
Not at all.
No. I mean, I'm not a haunted house. I've been haunted houses up here that were more scary than the houses down there. And it's like you're on a conga line behind people, so you can't stop. You got to keep going. So I think that made it less scary because you're just all right, just walking through. Like ooh, ooh, ooh.
I mean, you still can get a jump
yeah.
actor to get you.
Yeah.
But I think it's not going to happen every time in every house.
And you kind of know when it's happening because the people in front of you scream, so you know something's going to
Or you see a lot of smoke because they're trying to divert you.
Or the lights flashing.
Or you hear a quick noise, like an ear noise.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I had a lot of fun and wish we were there to do it again.
Yeah.
Because it was that much fun.
Because it's a cool atmosphere, party atmosphere, because they got the crazy music, like heavy metal music going on, and all this stuff. Steampunk music. Yeah, it was just fun.
So, you're in next year?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Hope you enjoyed this. Click that subscription button if you're not a subscriber. Click the notification bell, and we'll see you real soon. Bye.
Bye.